Hi, I'm Chris Morris with Opening Spaces. This is the Good For You Report. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk more about a heart-centered experience in two different ways. One way is in forgiveness, and the other way is in gratitude. And I am going to send out with this, or I'll link with this, a forgiveness toolkit that I created a couple years ago. And forgiveness is often about forgiving ourselves. I honestly can't find a case where it is about forgiving the other, unless you're in a relationship and you're working that piece out. But most of our forgiveness pieces have to do with forgiving ourselves and how we showed up, forgiving ourselves and how we protected or didn't protect, gave ourselves away, gave too much, gave too little, perpetrated some kind of transgression, or were the receiver of a transgression. It's important that we find ways to forgive ourselves for these pieces. If we don't, those pieces stay stuck inside of us, and they limit us from having a greater sense of love, connection, and really contentment and ease in our life, because we are always working with this rub that's literally inside of us. 3 things to remember through all of our processes are: A, whatever we have done at this point in life up until now, it truly has been the best that we can do. Now, we may have greater potential, we may have a lot of skills that we didn't bring on into our situations, a lot of qualities that we didn't quite let be in the mix, but we really were doing the best that we can. And we are always, as human beings, we are always in search of safety and security, and that's first. So our systems, our nervous system, our consciousness system, in our physical body, safety and security first. So even if it seemed like whatever we were doing was some kind of sabotage, or if it felt like some kind of shadow piece, the bigger picture of that is that our whole being is in service to safety, in service to preserving us as beings on the planet. So whatever has transpired in our lives, there's been a part of us that they did whatever we could to move through whatever situation we were in with as much grace as we could, which at the time may not have been very much grace at all, in order to preserve us, right? The third piece is that while our whole being is in this this mission to preserve us, to keep us alive for survival, also at the same time, and this goes for the shadowy pieces, this goes for all of the pieces, it is through the gift of love. Now that is really hard to recognize. Now that is, I'm not talking about for another. This is for us, and for the actions that we've done, and for the ways that we've shown up in the world, and whether they're conscious, unconscious, whether they are shadow or from awareness and consciousness. It is all based on deep love. I want you to take a moment to feel that. Everything that you have moved through life with and for, the places that seemed very not good and the places that felt really good. All of you, your body, heart, your mind, your spirit, and any other bodies that you may be aware of, they are all working in deep love, with deep love, through deep love, to move you into and through experiences. In the big picture, that is the big picture. Now, there are all kinds of missions that we're on. There's all kinds of collective pieces that we're working individually. It is all to see what we can experience. Most of the time, perhaps all, but I'm not really an all or nothing kind of person, that it is to remember that we are love and loved. We are loved and love. That's the journey, my friends. That's the journey. So let's just take a moment together. You can put your hands on your heart. You can put your hands wherever you want. A containment hold, my arms are not going to show up in this video. Containment hold holds ribs and arm, but you can do it any way you want. Hands on heart is a really lovely way to hold yourself, but it may not be enough. You may need a bigger hug. Hold yourself. Let yourself feel your hands where they touch you. Let yourself remember, as much as you're able, in this moment, deep, full inhale, my friends, that you are loved and you are love. You are here for the experience. You are here to expand your experience of beingness, of consciousness, of you. There may have been some really uncomfortable, painful, traumatic, devastating, heartbreaking moments that you have endured. And you are loved and you are love. Now, as you're breathing and holding, however you're holding, I want you to, eyes open or closed. Some people, eyes open is much more effective. I want you to feel the sensations of your hands. Are they warm or are they cool? If your hands are on your heart like this, can you feel your heartbeat? Now, guiding ourselves and others into love, into the feel of love, the experience of love, is really challenging through words because it is not a word experience. Can you feel the goodness of your heart? Can you feel the desire of love and connection that's beating and vibrating through you? Can you feel that swelling from within, the widening, the deepening, where you feel a little closer to the world, whatever that means to you? Breathe this in. Let this widen and expand, and maybe you feel it deeper and wider through your body. Maybe you start to feel or sense support and love around you. Maybe the natural world gets a little more vibrant and closer to you. And from this space where your heart is a little more open than when you started, no matter how open you were at the beginning, can you find a way to give thanks, to give gratitude to whatever you wish to give gratitude to life, to the natural world, to those who love you, to the unseen world that supports you unconditionally, to your physical body that has brought you to this place, whether it's in pain or great expressions of joy. Let yourself take a moment or two or three, just feeling this state, this space of connection, and allowing it to expand, allowing it to vibrate through your system, into your chair, into your room, into your cells, through your bones. Imagine this gratitude or thanks vibrating in the fluid, swimming and moving through your system gracefully without you having to do anything. Allow this gratitude to swirl around and through your mind, your brain, your head center, through all the sulci and the canyons and the curves of your brain and your head. And then let this wash out and through and over you. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the beating of your heart if your hands are still on your heart. Feel your breath move through your lungs and your ribs and moving your skin. If you haven't released your hands yet, release your hands. Blink your eyes open if they're closed, and feel the space where you were holding yourself, where you were literally touching yourself, and notice what it feels like there. Maybe it's cooler, maybe it's warmer. Maybe you feel this little vibration moving through you, kind of like bees buzzing is how I've described it to kids. It just may feel like this little reverberation. That's life. That's you. So as we move through this next month, may you find ways to hold on to yourself through these places that are shedding and moving away. There is a lot that is shifting right now, a lot that is leaving us. And the more we can hold on to that space of love and presence and even gratitude, but sometimes it takes a bit to get to, the easier it is, because we recognize that we are here, we are mature adults, even though it may feel like pieces are leaving, it may feel like we're alone, it may feel like we've had so much loss. There are ways that we are even more deeply connected than we have been since the beginning of the year. So, in this next month, may you find deep, heartfelt, body-sensed, mind-expanded gratitude. May you find ways to forgive yourself for pieces that you did the absolute best you could. And it's time to find ways to bring these disconnected pieces into the greater sense of wholeness of who we are now. May you find ways to move forward in your life. May you find ways to be connected, even though things may feel more disconnected at this moment in time. If you need help with any of these pieces, I would love to talk to you about it. I am Chris Morris. This is Opening Spaces. This is the Good For You Report this month. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next month. Until next time, be safe and take good care. Thank you.